What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the world according to Briggs. My name is Briggs. Thanks for clicking on this video. I really appreciate it. How you doing? Recently, we've been doing a series of videos that focus on strange things about different cities. We've done Los Angeles, Las Vegas, Chicago, and Orlando. Today, I thought we'd do it a little extra strange and look at what supposedly houses extraterrestrials. That's right, Area 51 in the Nevada desert. We talked about Area 51 in a couple other videos, but never really focused too much on it. If you don't know about it or where it's at, it's right here, and it's a US Air Force testing site that many believe has aliens from outer space housed here, like the dead bodies. Carcasses of aliens are supposedly here from a alien spaceship crash in the New Mexico desert near Roswell back in the 40s or something. Lately, we've had all kinds of noise about people wanting to storm Area 51 to see them aliens, is what it's called. And it's really not a serious thing. At least it's not supposed to be. On June 27, 2019, Maddie Roberts, a California resident, created a Facebook page as a joke, not realizing that millions would rally behind his battle cry to see them aliens at the secure Air Force facility in Nevada. Like I said, it was a joke. Not everyone took it as a joke. There's some people floating around the internet that see this as a serious matter, as serious as erectile dysfunction. Yes, that's serious. Maddie Roberts said that he's been getting direct messages and emails from people that say they're willing to die for the cause. Maddie's response to you people has been, "It's not a cause, it's a joke, knock it off." Now, officially the facility is called Homey Airport or Grom Lake. The US Air Force acquired the site in 1955, primarily for flight testing of the Lockheed U-2 aircraft. It was a spy aircraft back in the Cold War. It was actually pretty amazing for its time. Now, it is a very secure military facility. It is in the middle of nowhere and should be left alone, but that doesn't mean some strange things haven't gone on there. And that's what we're gonna look at today. So sit back, adjust your tinfoil hat, and watch my top 10 strange things about Area 51. Number 10, it's censored. Some of the world's biggest secrets are meant to stay secret. That's why even on Google Maps, you can't find this place. Like North Korea, for example, there's no Street View available. I'm sure North Korea has their own version of Street View, probably called something like Dirt Road View or something. They don't want their people getting Americanized or, seeing things that we see, so they make their own. Like, they actually didn't want their people getting a hold of Netflix or anything like that, so they made their own streaming service, and no joke, it's pronounced man bang. That's right, man bang. Spelt different, but it sounds like man bang. Anyway, just like North Korea, Area 51 does not like visitors. That's why it's actually censored on Google Maps. When you get near, like you zoom in towards Area 51, it gets blurry. However, that's kind of changing, I think. You can now view close enough to see that they actually have a baseball field. Yes, they're playing baseball around dead aliens. Number 9, Eisenhower. President Eisenhower played a key role in the beginning of Area 51. Originally, the space was granted approval by President Eisenhower for the CIA to develop the Lockheed U-2 jet. The space was needed because of the secrecy of the project. President Eisenhower approved it in 1955. This is the same president who famously burned the defense industry on his way out of office. There's a great documentary about it called Why We Fight. It details the whole thing. You should check that out. But he was a general and basically, World War II and stuff like that, and he saw that how the defense industry was kind of controlling the country and moving us in a direction we probably shouldn't have been going. Long story, great documentary. The CIA publicly acknowledged the existence of the base for the first time on June 25th, 2013, following a Freedom of Information request filled out in 2005. And they declassified the documents detailing the history and the purpose of Area 51. No mention of aliens. Number 8, immunity. If you're looking to get away with some stuff, work at Area 51. After contractors were exposed to deadly chemicals which ultimately caused their death, their families initiated a lawsuit. In order to conceal the activities happening at Grom Lake, President Bill Clinton granted immunity for any wrongdoing done by anything at Area 51. Most of us would do some pretty stupid stuff if we knew we had total immunity. This is probably the only place in the country where people sexually harass the HR rep in the open, thanks to Bill Clinton. Speaking of, the year after he granted this place immunity, President Clinton took a vacation to Area 51 with some interns. It was really neat. Number 7. It's painfully obvious. The CIA wants to keep Area 51 a secret for one reason or another. So much so that they acted like the area was completely non-existent until within like the last decade. Like I said, in 2005, a Freedom of Information request was filed. In 2013 was the first time the CIA acknowledged Area 51 as being a real place and releasing documents about the history and purpose. This information was very vague in attempts to continue to conceal the activity taking place within the airport. I use quotes for that, air quotes for that one, airport. Most of the time you get a good amount of information when you file a Freedom of Information request. This one was the equivalent of the CIA going, okay, that place everyone knows about, but we've been acting like it's not there. Well, it's there. But not much is going on there, so let's just drop it and go back to watching The Bachelor. Number 6, captured aircraft. Although there's no solid evidence that this actually occurred, like most things at Area 51, there's a lot of reason to suspect that there was once Soviet MiG fighter jets that were secretly collected, housed, and tested here at Area 51. For the longest time, they acted like this wasn't a thing. Now, this one's really a no-brainer. Militaries lose stuff all the time. Things get left behind, things get captured, people defect with equipment. Sure, a jet's a big deal, but I have no doubt they got their hands on more than a few. I was in the infantry in the US Army, and for training, we rode around in Soviet-era armored vehicles. And I was painfully low on the military food chain, and I had full access to these things, knew all about them. And they're only armored vehicles. A jet's a bigger deal, but still, this leads me to think that this one shouldn't even be a question. They have them, or they've had them. Here's a strange fact about that one. There was no evidence the CIA ever had one, but according to declassified information, they kind of claim if there was a jet, it was captured during the Cold War. So yeah, there's that. Number 5. Moon landing faked at Area 51. As if all those UFO stories didn't get y'all wound up, keep in mind many conspiracy theorists still believe that Area 51 is where they faked the moon landing. Yep, that's right. They think it's a giant cover-up. On top of all that, there's a conspiracy theorist who wrote a book. His name's Bill Casing. He shared in his 1974 book, We Never Went to the Moon, America's $30 billion Swindle, that's the title, that NASA astronauts never really stepped on the moon. Also, according to Bill Casing, these astronauts rarely made it into space. Most sane people know we have. I mean, if we never made it into space, how did Luke blow up the Death Star? I mean, come on. Use your brain, people. And this is where someone wants to make an angry comment about this is real and I shouldn't make fun of it. It's serious stuff. You're wrong. I should make fun of it. That's my job. Stop typing. Number 4, the commute. For those who work in this secretive space, commuting can be pretty tricky. There's no nice highways out there with like a carpool lane and a roadside Starbucks. So if you're looking to, pick up a pumpkin spice latte on the way to the hangar, it's not going to happen. Area 51 is one of the most secretive places in the world, like we've already established. So they really don't like people forming commuter caravans in full view of the public and all the crazies on the way to work. That is why if you are employed here just to get to work every day, you'll have to take a private plane known as Janet with the rest of your coworkers. If you did drive, it's only about 2 hours away from the Vegas metro area where most workers live, I'm guessing. So that means this is an incredibly short plane ride, so there's really no time for the drink cart, I imagine. But yeah, that's how they get to work, their own private plane. Number 3, Air Force affiliation. The Nevada Test and Training Range, which is where Area 51 is located, is known to have ties to Nellis Air Force Base. The NTTR, as it's known, has one of the biggest air and ground capacity in the country, and that's probably why it's used for quiet military operations, like the development of the X-Wing fighter. It is 4,531 square miles. That's bigger than the entire state of Rhode Island and Delaware combined, and almost as big as the entire state of Connecticut. That's a big plot of land that can hold some secrets. Real secrets, not like using a Sharpie to hide the waist size on my cousin's ex-wife's Levi's. Real secrets that people want to know. Number 2, legal murder. That's right, officers at Area 51 can legally kill you. If you attempt to break into Area 51 or get a little too close to their very strict perimeters, you will be approached by guards and asked to leave. You could then be issued a fine of up to $650, and if you push it even further than that, you could receive 6 months in jail. And that's a Nevada jail, which those apparently suck pretty bad. Bad enough to go to prison, but if you're in that heat all the time, oh my god, that'd be horrible. I mean, I'm sure they have air conditioning inside a little bit. Still, not worth it. Worst case scenario, for those people who continue to attempt access to the area, you could be legally killed for attempting to gain access. They are authorized to use lethal force. For those of you thinking that they won't do that if you storm Area 51 in the coming months, you're wrong. They will. Don't think that because you're an American citizen, they will not shoot you dead. They will. And they are immune from prosecution. Now, to be honest, I'm sure it's not going to be some zombie movie scene where where they're just mowing people down if they touch a fence. I'm sure you're going to catch a couple rubber bullets first and probably some pepper spray. But keep in mind, if you're dumb enough to test this, you'll be the only one that gets hurt. And number 1. Alien tourism. Area 51 has been a very popular spot for some nosy Americans. The closest town to Area 51 is Rachel, Nevada. Rachel is a very small town of just 55 residents, but the town takes full advantage of their close proximity to the secretive place. Alien-themed motel called Little Alien, spelt like this, as well as an alien-themed highway. There's another town on the other side called Amargosa Valley, Nevada, that has an alien center, and of course, no Nevada alien-themed town would be complete without an alien-themed brothel. It's real, folks. They have an alien-themed brothel. I'm not even joking. The centerpiece of this facility would have to be the Alien Abduction and Probing Center. That's real too. I'm not even kidding. Alright, so that's my top 10 strange things about Area 51. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you got some information out of it. These are fun to do. I like them. If you like these videos, these strange things videos, give it a big thumbs up. Leave me a comment. Tell me what you like. Tell me what you don't like. Don't forget to subscribe. Remember all the links below. Everybody have a great day. Be nice to each other. It's like a virus, being nice to each other. You just do it to one person, then they spread it. It's weird. Try it tomorrow.